holiday crafting. So please join us because we are very excited to do this with you all. Um, I will be doing a gingerbread house, which, oh, sorry, just kidding. I forgot the etiquette rules. If you join us while you're with us in this event, please be sure to mute your mics. Unless you have something that you want to say, we can definitely hush up for a minute for you all to begin talking. Please use the chat box feature to ask any questions. There is now a live closed caption that you are more than welcome to use in case we are talking too fast like me and you don't understand us. Please go ahead and use that feature. This event is also being recorded, so if you don't want to have your camera on, it's perfectly fine. You can turn it off. And then we will also have downloadable content in our files in this team site for you to access it again. And of course, just enjoy the event and use any gifts to stay engaged. And so, as I was saying before, my name is Angie Rivera, and I am going to be doing a gingerbread house. I have never done one before, but I'm excited to do it. Next, we will have Jessica Sierra doing tree ornaments, how to decorate them, what all the materials that we need, and just seeing like how creative we can get during the holidays. JC, Jade Carew, will be doing holiday cards. So let's say that you have 1,000 holiday cards that you want to send out to your family and friends. No worries, we're going to teach you how to make some here today. And then Cindy Fabilla will be doing gift wrapping. So if you're like me, you would think I would want to know how to gift wrap, but I actually don't. I use too much paper when I shouldn't. I'm very wasteful. So today, if you're like me and you want to learn to better gift wrap, please follow Cindy Fabilla because she will be teaching us today, and hopefully I get some tidbits. And so we are going to begin today's event. So fun fact about me, we're going to go ahead and start off with me since I'm already talking. I have never ever in my life done a gingerbread house, like ever. I think every time I bought one for my family, whenever I was ready to make it, somebody had already beating me to it. I don't think it should be hard, but then again, I don't know because I've never done one. My favorite place is Target, so I got Bullseye's house, and I'm very excited to build it, so hopefully it's well. Let me see if we can fix the spotlighting of the screen. JC, is there a way that
Angie, you're currently spotlighted right now, so right now we're looking at you.
like sharing like the entire thing?
Oh yeah, you're the one that everyone's seeing right now.
Give me a second.
Right. So you were talking about you've never done gingerbread house before, and you're about to get started.
Yes. So I have never done one before, and so I don't think it should be hard, but again, I don't know. So I honestly just bought the kit all together. I don't even know if they sell them separately, but it comes some lights, some wishbones for Bullseye, and two icing things, as well as a big pouch of icing, and um,
Are those like beads for like the doors or something?
I'm not too sure because I've never made one, but it also comes with some decorations. And so I don't even know if I'm supposed to break up the cookie, but I will be following this handy dandy directions on the back of the box. So shout out to Target for putting that because if you're like me, just begin. One of the first things that it said is like to massage the pouch, and I was like, okay, so it's 2 minutes. And so I've been doing it a little bit before we began this event. And so I was going to just put it in the microwave. And then as I turn it in the back, it says, do not microwave. So I was like, oh, Okay, so for 2 minutes, I've been doing this to kind of get the, I guess, icing a little bit more liquidy in order for it to run smoother. It said to do it for 2 minutes, and I've been doing that for a lot longer at room temperature. So whatever you do, do not put this in the microwave. Unless you're an expert and you know what you're doing. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm supposed to break the cookies.
Uh,
Yes.
oh, I'm not okay. Those are like the doors of the house or something. The pieces you're about to break.
I guess so. I mean, it looks like it.
Okay.
The only
And
thing,
just
like I said, I've never done this before, so bear with me. I'm assuming that this is the bottom half of it. And so I would place it down here, and it looks like it would be just connecting. Oh,
Angie, yeah. I think that bottom piece is part of the house. So that's one of the sides. And then maybe it doesn't have a bottom.
this is the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I will be working on this throughout the presentation. And hopefully we get a gingerbread house. And if we don't, well, then we just have free decorated cookies. But you can see it's bullseye. I guess I'm gonna have to draw him in. I kind of wish he would have already came drawn because I don't know how good my skills are gonna be to be drawing bullseye from Target. But yeah, does anybody have any questions, comments?
All right. One of our comments says that you're doing the right thing, Angie. So I think you're onto something. So you're good.
Great. So
All
I'll
right.
figure this out because apparently I have to let it get hardened. So maybe I'm gonna cheat and probably put it in the oven for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
But it's okay. We all don't. We all are. This is Christmas season, so we're all trying to figure this out. And it's a good thing we're doing it so early, so we can become experts. And this can be like our practice round if need be. Right, Angie?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So, while Angie, were you ready to switch it over to Jessica?
Yes. Let me try and figure this out, and then as we progress in this event, I'll be able to come back in.
Okay. So, Jessica, you are up next, and
Hi.
listen. Hey.
Okay, well, Angie is figuring out the gingerbread house. I'll be making a Christmas or a tree ornament. So I have already, what you'll need essentially is these plastic ornaments that you can find at Michael's for like 50 cents. And then also some glue. I'm using Mod Podge because this is the one that I currently have. And so you dip it around with glue like this, right?
Mhm.
And then you proceed to dip it around with your glitter, which you can also get in Michael's or your store. And you just roll it around, try to get all the glitter in there. And I'm choosing blue because those are what my mom's decorations are going to be. So I'm going to hang this up in my Christmas tree.
Okay. So definitely going with the theme of the house.
Yes.
It's funny because like I've never tried to do one before. Usually we just go to the store and buy one. But if this turns out really well, do you think you're gonna start to do this more often, or are you just gonna do this once and buy more stuff in the store?
Actually, I think it would be like a good idea to do this with like my nephews. Just have it as an activity for them to do, especially since they're now home for Christmas break. So you see, this is the first layer. You get it kind of nice and shiny, right? And what you want to do is wait for it to dry, and it's gonna need multiple layers. So while we wait on it to dry, I have another ornament that you could do at home. And here is one that I bought blank in at Michael's, or my local craft store. And what I'm going to do is essentially just start painting it. And I have my paints right here. So since it's a penguin, I'm gonna go with the classic black and white. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. What color should I make the hat and the scarf?
Oh, huh. Anybody have thoughts on like what color Jessica should use? I'm always traditional, so I'm always gonna say like a black hat to match the penguin, and then like I think it has like parts of red or something like that. Or I might be off. Anyone have thoughts?
My favorite color is purple, so I would say purple. But again, do whatever you want. I think holiday color is best.
Yeah, and also here's a tip for if you guys do this at home. You want to start with the lighter colors. So I didn't really need to use a white color for the, the belly, but it's always a good idea just in case you want to do a different color, So I'm going to go with a black hat and a red scarf. I'm also going to be painting its beak orange. Oh, I believe you cannot see it. There we go. And I got my colors right here. And this plastic, just regular plastic. So I'm gonna go in with my red scarf. And I would really suggest you get acrylic paints because they're really quick and they dry quicker.
And where can we find acrylic paint?
At your local craft store, actually. You can also get it at Target.
Oh, Target's my favorite store.
Same here. I bought these at Michael's for about, I think, $2.
Nice.
They're always having deals, so I would really recommend.
Yeah, Michael's got those good coupons too. So like even on their receipt, there's actual coupons on the receipt. So I prefer to do that.
Yep. And sometimes there's point rewards and things like that.
Jessica, are you having a hard time with the acrylic like I am with this icing?
Not really. It sets really quick. The only problem is that since my brush is so big, it's staining the penguin a little bit.
Part of me wants to go put this icing in the microwave, even though I know I shouldn't. But I'm just wondering if acrylic is as hard as the icing.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta put some real muscle into like pulling out that icing when you're doing gingerbread houses. That's why I'll say like I am not good at all with gingerbread houses. What Jessica's doing right now, like I can do that all day. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Tracy?
And I believe oh no, it's still not dry.
So what is some of your favorite holiday songs, Jessica?
Feliz Navidad. I actually learned how to play it when I was in middle school for mariachi.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Let's see if we can get some of that going.
What instrument did you play?
Oh, I played the guitar and I guess the electric guitar, but that was for a different club.
Okay.
Do any of you guys play any instruments?
Oh,
Like,
mine's
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Angie?
No, I don't. The instrument I'm playing at the moment is the icing, and it's it's so difficult, but I'm getting through it.
Mhm.
I tried to
Since
learn how to play the guitar, and I was in a little class, and my classmates from then, they already know how to play like all these songs, and I'm like, good for you. I don't know how to play any of this. It was too complicated for me. So anyone who plays instruments, that's a I guess like a real talent, because I couldn't learn.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of dedication as well. But it's a really good stress reliever, especially, now that finals are almost over.
Right.
I see what you did there. It's a good, definitely stress busters. So the instruments I played, at first I was bomb at the flute, y'all. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing about this flute. And then from the flute, I went to playing like I think I tried the drums a little bit and a little bit of the piano. So that's where I was. But the saxophone always looked cool, but I don't have lungs like that, so that's definitely not what I'm interested in doing. But since y'all already started on y'all's project, I think I might need to start on mine. Is that okay with y'all?
Yep, go
Okay.
for it.
So, starting on my project, what I'm going to be doing today is really more about uh, card crafting, card crafting. So earlier, if you know anything about me, I am not good with crafting or making things. So everything you're going to see today is definitely going to be a hopefully people like it type of thing. So what's happening today is first I went and got some supplies from our unofficial sponsor, Tarjay. Definitely first I got some cardstock papers over here, and then from there I went and got some glue. Since I'm not really good with my lines, I always have a ruler on hand to kind of make it a lot easier for myself. And then from there, I got some stickers as well to kind of make this a little bit more fun and easier as well. So, first order of business and first thing to know is that when it comes to like Christmas cards and things like that, the easiest thing to do first off is to make sure you're just color coordinating. So if you're a beginner level like me, make sure you're just making sure you have the right color scheme. So if it's like the red and green, those are always easy colors to go for. Then we also have the white, and then you start to play with a little bit of brown and stuff like that for some of your favorite Christmas or holiday characters. So the first order of business, I separated my outside cards. So these cards are going to be these are going to be my folding cards or the cards for my actual the outside of the borders for the cards. So then on the right hand side, I have my set of cards, which these will serve as my cutting cards and things of that nature. So the first thing we're going to do is going to make the most simplest of cards. This is going to be a Christmas card with a Christmas tree on the front. So in terms of color scheme, green is always easy. I've never seen a red tree, but I see a lot of green trees. So the first thing what I did was use my ruler to kind of outline about 5 squares. And I made them a little bit smaller each time as I outlined it. And what we're gonna do now is, if I can find my scissors, is I'm gonna go into kind of cutting it out. Because these are actually gonna be the leaves and stems of the tree. So if I can get this going. And again, with this being your first time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with just getting you a stack of holiday cards. So if you want to base your idea off something or just want to have your backup plan like I do. So if this goes horribly wrong, y'all just expect a regular card in the mail. So from there, I got my first square going. I got my second square being cut out right about now. And the hard thing about it, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I always kind of need a ruler just because I can't draw like straight lines or cut straight lines for the death of me. So this is always the easiest way for me to go. All right. So as I'm going to continue cutting out these little 4 squares, so that way I have my whole tree set up, I want you to go back to your actual card. So this is going to serve as the borderline card for myself. And what you need to do for most part is you need to just fold it halfway on a bend. So now you have, and make sure your crease is kind of really, really good. So that way you have the front of your card as well as the inside of the card. So right now we're only worried about the cover, and what's going to happen next is that each of these squares, I'm going to place them in descending order on top of my tree. So the next thing what I'm going to do is actually fold these squares on their sides. And if y'all remember back in elementary school or middle school, like, you know how you always made those paper airplanes and things of that nature? That's how I always do it. So for me, if you, or unless y'all just never made like paper footballs. So this is what I mean by just folding it on its back. So what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna cut and make sure my fold is a little bit better. But when you're folding it, you wanna make sure you leave a little bit room on the inside so it's not a complete triangle, but you make sure to make it head over. So what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna place all the descending trees on here in each other. And then when I'm done, you'll be able to see the full tree in its succession. So that's what I'm going to be doing as of right now. Angie, how's your gingerbread coming along?
So it just fell apart at the moment. I just realized that I think these big ones are actually the top part. Yeah, the small ones are like. So
Like
it's
the
coming
roof
along.
of the house?
Yeah, it's coming along.
Okay.
I see all the end product hopefully at the end.
Cool, cool. All right. Oh man. Jessica, how you doing with yours as well?
Mine is coming along. I'm just waiting for our little penguin to dry. I give him little rosy cheeks.
Gotcha, gotcha. So right now we have 2 ornaments for our
Yes.
Christmas tree. Cool, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm just coming along, continue to cut this Christmas tree as it's going. Again, I'll let y'all know right now, I have my backup for the regular Christmas cards. And if this doesn't work out well, I'm definitely sending that to y'all and just don't at all. All right.
So let's kick into Cindy, since I know that some of us want to learn how to wrap presents.
Hey, yeah. So we're gonna wrap presents. I'm gonna show y'all how we do it in Mexico. So I know like here I've only seen like these bows but already made. So I'm gonna teach you how to make them. And also we're gonna wrap a present. I don't know how many people I've heard that they're just like, I just get a gift bag and I just put my gift in there. Like, I'm not gonna wrap any presents. And that, like, I'm so surprised. And I'm like, how is that? Like, I volunteered today, this day, to teach you how to wrap your presents. It does take some time and a little bit of patience, but you'll get there. It's not that bad. So I just got this roll of gift wrapping paper, and this is the big, like, I guess like the actual roll, and I just rolled it up. I just rolled it out, and kind of like you kind of like take it out, since you don't like, I don't have any like as much space right here. So I'm just like kind of like trying to make as much space as possible to be able to wrap the gift. So I don't have any gifts yet. Honestly, I have been procrastinating on that. I don't have any gifts. So, and even if I did, I wouldn't be wrapping them because what if my parents or somebody was watching this video and they already knew what they were going to get for Christmas. So I just got this like old box that I found. So
don't worry, Cindy, I'll act surprised and act like I didn't see it.
yeah, all right. All right, well, sounds good. So what you're gonna do is you're just literally gonna wrap around your gift, your box. So I'm gonna lower this camera a little bit. And you wanna make sure that you have like the end of the paper towards you so that you can pull up the roll. So I'm just gonna pull this up and then roll out the paper and just pull up the paper. And you gotta be really careful to not like make it look ugly. So you gotta pull it from the corners and then pull it down. So let's see. You gotta make sure that it wraps literally all the way around the gift. So let's see. There's like this little bit on the box. So I'm just gonna mark it. Let's see. Like maybe just a little bit after that. I'm gonna mark it, and some of them have like little boxes drawn already on it, which makes it way much easier. And then that's one side of the box. Then you're gonna go to the other side. Now I'm gonna pull this so that you can see the side. And then over here, you're gonna make sure that your box is on the sides like about maybe a third, covers about a third of your box on the sides. So like this side. I think that looks pretty good, right? So if your paper has like the little lines, it makes it so much easier because then you can be like, okay, so my box is right here. I'm just gonna count the little lines. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the other side, you can do the same. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can mark it. If it doesn't have the lines, you can go, since you have it right here, you can, since you already have the marking on this side of the paper, you can go and from this corner, you can measure it. So let's say it didn't have the markings. So you can measure it from here, the third, and then you mark it from the corner. So let's see. Let's see, so it's here. Here. And let's do it from here. We're gonna measure it from here down 2/3 of the box. And it's so difficult because like I feel like my hands and my arms are like way too little and I can't like handle all this, like this big roll of paper. Like it gets difficult. So you just make it to where it goes. So you're gonna mark it. And then you take off the box so that it doesn't like get on the way. So I just sat down because this is too long. You're gonna roll back your paper in. Because let's remember, some of us don't have a lot of space to start wrapping wrapping gifts. And then you're gonna start just like cutting. So I used to like cut the whole thing, like measure up to like the top and then cut the whole thing. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm just like wasting a lot of paper. And a lot of gifts, like they didn't really like fit any other boxes. So I was like, okay, so I just wasted so much paper for like nothing. So this makes it way easier. If you have a box that's like long, but then it's like thin, then you can fit it here. Or you could save it for next year if this was like your only gift or your last gift. You know?
Yeah, I feel you on saving stuff for next year, Cindy. I definitely have too much cardstock paper. So y'all might be getting personalized cards from me for a while, just so you know.
And that's a really good idea because, like, if you don't wanna, excuse me, if you don't wanna buy cards, if you don't have the money, because some of them are kind of expensive, to be honest. They look really cute, but they're a little bit expensive. You already bought gifts for everyone. You already did all these things, and then you're buying cards. So, and then it puts it a special, personalized touch. Yeah. In my opinion, that's even better.
Now, Cindy, I know you said that you all do this in Mexico. Do you know if there's like any stores here in the US that gift wrap for you? Like if we just didn't want to wrap our own.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I've heard of Michael's, I think, but I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't
And who
know.
taught you how to gift wrap?
Sorry?
Who taught you how to gift wrap?
My mom. It was my mom. It was funny because we would wrap all the gifts for like people like on the 24th and stuff, and like the days before that we would wrap gifts for people who went to the store, to my parents' store, but we never had time to wrap our own gifts. So like my mom would put me on the side and be like, okay, wrap me these gifts, and I would be like, okay, I don't know how to do this. So she taught me how to do it like for 2 or 3 gifts, and then she was like, okay, you're on your own. And I'm so surprised because whenever I go back there, like the girls who work at my parents' store, they are so fast. Like they would have already like be almost done, and I'm like, I can't. I need to take my time and do all of this, like, with time. But they're so fast and they have so much practice, and I'm like, I can't do it too quick. Especially if it's a big roll like this.
Yeah. Well, you all, if y'all want to update on my gingerbread house, mess going at the moment. If somebody can spotlight me.
I got you, Angie.
But yeah, this is actually harder than I had anticipated because again, I have never done a gingerbread house before. But it's okay, you all. You know how I said I was going to follow the directions? Well, that's the first thing I didn't do. So if y'all get a gingerbread box, make sure that you kind of follow along. Some of my tidbits that I would do if you do this at home is that you buy extra icing because as y'all can tell, it snowed on my gingerbread house. And because I didn't follow the directions like I said I was, it actually tells you to decorate it beforehand so that it's easier. You're still able to decorate it after, but I think it is best to go ahead and decorate it and then just add all the pieces. It's finally standing up. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, like that.
I don't want to do it too much because, again, it's not very well built. But hey, if my mom comes to my apartment and sees my artwork, I'm gonna just be like, oh, I did it with my nephew. No, I'm just kidding, but honestly, it's really to your liking. If you mess up, like, no worries. Like, this is supposed to be like a stress reliever. At first, I was getting very impatient with myself because I was like, oh no, it's not coming out. But then I was like, you know what? It just snowed on my gingerbread house. And currently coloring bullseye with my fingers. And don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna give this to anybody. So it's actually just gonna be out on display. I just have to find a way to add bullseye here. But yeah, this is my update on my gingerbread house. I'm letting it dry up a little bit, and then I'm gonna begin decorating it with the decorations that it came with. These are like the wishbones. This is just some decorations, and then of course Oh, I just dropped them off the lights. But it's okay because something that I also recommend is adding, I use gift wrapping paper just because like I was like, why not be in the spirit? Make sure that you add this at the bottom, wherever workspace you have, or unless you're okay with like messing up your table, then by all means do what you have to do. But I recommend putting paper at the bottom, use the parchment table thing that it gives you, and then again just buy probably more icing because it's very hard to squeeze out. And I think I'm gonna have to redo the 2-minute massage. But yeah, does anybody have any questions for me?
Feel free to send that my way. I definitely can't make a gingerbread house, but I'll definitely eat it. So I'll take that as a Christmas present if you're sending gifts.
Yeah, no, I'm not. And only because my hands all been all over it. And so with COVID and all, I just want to be
Uh,
precautious of health.
you're right. I appreciate you looking out for me, Angie. I appreciate you. Okay. Jessica, you got a little update for us? How's the
Well,
ornaments going?
well, our little penguin has officially dried. So as you can see right here, it's now finished. I'll leave it up to the comments to name him, her, them, you know?
I can't see it.
And for the other one with the glitter, it still needs another layer, but as you can see, it's building up, it's building up, it's getting there, it's getting there. It's, it has a white and blue glitter. And what I'm probably going to do with the leftover glitter, since I don't want to throw it away because, it's a waste and it can also go into our oceans. I decided, oh, hey, I'm going to coat this with glue, but then the glue is super white, so it left kind of like a streak. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to fill it up with glitter. And then, you can just shake it. Maybe it'll stick. But for me, I kind of like how this looks, with the glitter at the bottom.
Cool, cool. Reminds me of those like are they called snow globes where like you can
Yeah.
it and it starts snowing for a sec.
Yeah, and maybe if I feel, not procrastinating or lazy, I can like always just include like a little mini figurine in there. That way, whenever my nephew shakes it, it'll move
Yes.
around.
Cool, cool. All right. So I got a little bit of updates for y'all. And that if when someone wants to spotlight me, kind of give you like a little
Uh-huh.
bit of an update. So earlier we made the 4 boxes, the 5 squares, and what happens now, those were the each leaves or branches of the tree. So what happens now is the way you place it is again good old handy dandy glue. Unless you want to use like some super glue or some hot glue or a hot glue gun. And what happens now is the way we make the assembly is you go by the top of the first root, and then or the top of the tree, and then what happens is you're placing each set of leaves in at the tip, at the end of the first one you put in. So it's kind of like building off each other. All right. So then we got the third piece going, and that's gonna be in here as well. Okay. And then I got the fourth piece going. And then again, I want to preface this by saying, because I can already see the comments, I am not an expert at this at all. So here, got the 4 pieces and got the big tree going. So your placement on where you put it on the card is very important because what will happen then is that determines if I'm going to use my top part to say Merry Christmas. In this case, I'm going to use my bottom portion of the card to say Merry Christmas. So now what I have now is, okay. I may not send this to any of y'all, but right now what I have now is my semi tree on there that's kind of open a little bit. So if I wanted to, or if you're wanting to, you can definitely decorate each individual stem or level of the leaves to kind of give you like a little bit of a more of a messaging. And now what I'm going to do is if y'all notice, the next order of business is I have to put a star at the top. Remember when I told you I'm not really good at cutting? So right now, this is what my star looks like. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit. But in the meantime, next order of business is just sealing it off with a good old Christmas card. And for this is where those stickers come in. So if you haven't noticed, if you're not really too good at let's say doing the crafting, just make the square in the box and then just sticker it up the entire way. So what sticker am I feeling right now? I'm definitely, since I have a Christmas tree here, I'm definitely going to go with, let's see, I could probably go with this sticker on the sun, right? All right, that's a little big. So let's go with a mistletoe. Okay, I think I might do that instead. So at the top of my tree, at the bottom of my tree, I'm going to have a little mistletoe message sticker there, and then I can write inside of it. So, ta-da. So, only thing left for me to do now is add my star at the top, put to who, and I have enough space right here to then put Merry Christmas. All right, so that's how I'm looking so far. This is where we're at right now. Cool, cool. Cindy, how's it going?
Doing good. I already finished one side of the wrapping the box. So I feel like everyone has some trouble with like the sides. So you want to make sure that you do the top bottom last. So let me get more tape. So you have your box. This is the bottom. You want to make sure that you put the pretty side, I guess, of the paper like on the front, and then you put it together on the back. So that way your box doesn't look all like, like I guess cut with like different cuts in the front. So then on this side, you are going to get, so it was like this. You're going to get this part, this basically the bottom part, but right now is the top part. And you're gonna put it down like this, down the box. And then this little corner, you're gonna like just, I guess with your nails, just make it like this so that it's like a little triangle. You're gonna do the same thing with the other side. And then what I like to do, some people just like fold everything and then at the end put the tape. But I just like to put the tape down here. As I am doing this. There we go. And then you fold the sides again. So like you want to make sure that it goes down now this line. You fold it like this. And then sometimes it makes this like ugly looking, I don't know if you can see it. Like it makes it look bad. It doesn't look like a pretty corner right here. So if it starts to happen, just pull it up again and then try it again.
I really like how crisp it looks.
How
Right.
what?
Crisp, I think that's a word. How very tight and it is.
Yeah, because you're right, Angie. Because Cindy's an expert right here. I'm like, if it was me, I would just hit the corner, and this is where that wrapping paper starts to not be enough anymore, and you're just hoping like they don't look at that portion of the gift or that portion of the present.
You put
Bring your
tapes.
open.
You put your tapes on the diagonals right here. And then here you're gonna have a triangle and end up looking like a triangle like this. You're just gonna make sure that your lines are like, I don't know how to say it, like just push down the lines, I guess, to make it just not too that it doesn't create like, I guess, like this bubble effect. So now you're just gonna put your last piece of tape right here. And that's it. That's your gift wrapped. And I'm gonna do like the bow really quick. Well, I'm gonna show you how to do the bow. But
Oh, that looks perfect.
Nice.
let me see. So I got this ribbon at Michael's. I couldn't find the one that we use in Mexico. So basically, it's a type of ribbon that is not. It's neither paper or fabric. It's like this kind of like plastic, kind of like the ones that you find the little bows that you just pull them up, and it's kind of like that material. So it's kind of like the ribbon that you use for that people use for like ignite like grand openings. So you get like 3. If it's this thick, because I got this thick because I couldn't find the other one. If it's this thick, it's better. It cost me like $9, but I already made like 3 bows, and it still has like this much. Like it has so much that you can use. Like it could last you for like probably a whole 2 years. You make a lot of bows.
Send me bows.
Sorry?
Feel free to send me bows. Oh, wow.
Hold on.
Wait,
So
out of one, you cut it in half?
yeah, so it's thick, so you're gonna make it in half, and that's why it's so like resourceful, I guess, because you're gonna cut it in half, and that's for like a whole bow. So if you buy it this thin, it will be like about 6 yards. You buy it if you buy it that thick, it will be about 3 yards, and then you cut it in half. So I'm just gonna put them together, and sometimes let me show you. Sometimes it ends up looking like this because you like it's like a little plastic, so it doesn't end up looking exactly half, and that's fine because bows aren't perfect. All the bows are gonna be, they're all gonna have your personal touch to them. So I'm just gonna, let me see. You're gonna look at your box and you're gonna say, oh, I want my bow to be, let me see. Let me try it again. You're gonna make it into like a circle, kind of like this. And then you're gonna look at the sizes that you want. So I want my bow to be this big, right? So you're gonna put tape right here where this end meets the other part of the ribbon. So you're gonna put the tape right over here. It's gonna be down here. And make sure that it gets both ends of the ribbons. So I'm gonna put another tape for the other end.
And is this something else that your mom taught you?
Yeah, and these are like the thing over there, and then I come to the US, and I'm like, people don't do this here. They just buy a bow and they just put it in there. Like, it was so surprising to me. I was like, wow. So you're gonna just like roll it up like this. I roll it up all the way. And then whenever you already have your roll, let's see. Hold on. And it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some, I guess, effort. Some more effort. Let me roll it again.
So all the ribbon pieces have to be flush with each other before you put it on the box?
Yeah, because we're gonna make a whole like bow.
Oh, okay, okay.
You see, like the other one wasn't really taped together, so it came off. So make sure that
Yes.
both sides of the tape are
Okay.
taped. I mean, both sides of the ribbon are taped. So let's try that again.
Right. And while you're making that bow for that present, I'm gonna finish the inside layer of this card so we can put it with that gift. Uh, so here we go. Okay.
And so you roll it up, you grab it from the middle.
Okay, so you roll it up and you grab it so that the tape. Hold on. It's okay. I know it looks like all crazy, but it's supposed to end up like looking like this. I'm gonna put it right here for inspiration. So you're gonna make sure that your tape is like right here, like on the middle, because then we're gonna take our corners. We're gonna make sure that our corners are all together. And then we're gonna cut right, let me see, right here. And then you're gonna cut again, right here on this side. And you gotta get some like scissors like this, because since this is a lot of
Ribbon.
it's just gonna be too hard to do it. But here, since I have like this much like kind of left over, I'm just gonna cut it right here. And then you do the same thing on your corner. You're gonna cut it. You wanna make sure that it's all good right there. You're gonna cut it right here on the corner. And then the other corner. And that's why the tape was like in the middle, like on this part inside, because you didn't want to cut through the tape that kept everything together. So now, so from like anything that was left over, or like if you want to cut a piece of that, from this that I cut like from the end, you're gonna grab a little tiny like piece like this, and you just like cut it from here, and you're gonna tie it right here in the middle of the little thing that you did. So you're gonna tie it right here. There you go. And I think that was like maybe the hardest part. Now you're just kind of gonna have some fun while you listen to music, obviously, and just take like the ends of the ribbon out to make the bow. And I mean, I'm not gonna do that right now, like for the whole thing, just because we don't have as much time. But this is how it's gonna end up looking. Whenever you have this, you're just gonna take out one by one. You're gonna grab it from the bottom, like from this tiny little like thing that it does whenever you cut it, and you're gonna twist it. And you just have to twist it once, and then you take out another one, another little piece, and then you twist it, you take out another one, you grab it from the bottom, make sure that you grab it from the bottom right here, and you twist it, and so on until you have something that looks like this. And then you can either get some more. Yeah. Did anyone say something?
No.
Oh, no.
All right, well, you're just gonna get some ribbon if you want and measure it. Let's see. Just gonna cut it, measure it, make sure that it goes all the way down. You're gonna tape it on the bottom if you would just want one little piece of ribbon. If you want to, you can put two. Obviously, you can tape it. You have to tape it down on the bottom. I'm not gonna tape it because, well, is everyone done with their cards?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much waiting on me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm ready to give y'all an update on my gingerbread house if y'all want to see.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I also recommend is being careful because I completely got dirty of my Christmas sweater, but it's okay. It's washable. This is the final product. Y'all don't make fun of my creativity. Oh no! Bullseye fell. Okay, so
Hey. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I was able to decorate it. It looks like a kindergarten, but hey, it's okay. As long as I was able to de-stress and have some fun time creating a house. Whoa, it's all over the place. And he's eating a wishbone.
Oh, so cute.
But my mission now is for next year to actually master it because the goal is for it to look perfect.
Gotcha. But nice job, Angie. Definitely like the Christmas lights on the roof. Those always hard to get on there.
Yeah, I tried.
Gotcha. So I'll give y'all a little bit of update on the final product of what my card looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is like if y'all will look down earlier, we talked about making the Christmas tree on the outside. This is where I will write Merry Christmas. I'm just not going to write it right now just because I have really bad handwriting. So I'm going to actually take my time to write it with a pencil. And then afterwards come back in and have that. So again, the recipient of this card is going to be our students today. So for all our viewers, I want to say Merry Christmas to you and also Happy Holidays if Christmas is not your holiday of choice. And then on the inside, last thing I did was get another piece of cardstock paper just to double layer the inside. So what I did was literally the same side of paper, the same side of cardstock paper. I put it on the inside, then cut off the ends so that way I still have that border look around. So now when you look on it, we have all the Christmas colors from the tree with the sticker, and then your customization if you want to add more stickers or your messages to whoever it is. I will say that one of the biggest things to always do is to always date your cards. So today is 12. So this year, Christmas will be 12/25/20. So I'm just going to date it like that. Reason being because a lot of times a lot of people love cards, and if you're able to date your card, they can and later down the years, they can be like, okay, I had this card for so long and everything. So make sure to always date your card. But in regards to my final project, this is what a semi looks like. Merry Christmas is missing. And then from there is just your messaging on the inside, however you want to. But once you're done with, yep, Angie.
I said, wow, that's like Hallmark type stuff.
I mean, I appreciate you. You see the work. You see the work. So I'm very appreciative of that. But again, if you can't do that, I want to slowly introduce you to the better option. Again, you can just get you a pre-made card, and this is where you put that like gift card inside so they don't feel like you messed up. But again, it's all about de-stressing and just finding some things to do during this time period. And yeah, these are my cards.
Awesome.
Thank you. Jessica?
Oh, well, our penguin is dried, I also started doing something else because I realized, hey, so acrylic paint could work really well with these plastic ornaments. So I just wrote joy in there. It might be mirrored. And also, I do not have the best handwriting, so I recommend, if you don't as well, to essentially just use like an Excel marker, just write down what you want to write and then go over it with your acrylic paint. Um, Update, well, it still needs another layer, I think. I really recommend it if you making it if you just want to de-stress or just want like a fun activity to do with kids or like with friends and family. But in all honesty, hey, these ornaments that you can buy, they're pretty cool. So
Yes, but we love being creative, y'all.
Mhm.
And then for the final piece for Cindy, let's see how great it turned out. Sorry, Cindy, you're muted.
Sorry. I'm still working on the other bow, but it basically should turn out like this. And then my mom decided to be extra and she did this other bow. But yeah, whenever you're like putting all the pieces like around, you're gonna see that you have some pieces like this, and you can just cut like the little corner and just make it like a bow, obviously. But yeah, so it's gonna take a little while, so I know that we have to get going. So I just put this one, but I basically gave you all the instructions on how to make the bow and how to like wrap the gifts.
Awesome. Okay. So that concludes our event for the day. We hope that you all enjoyed it during this time period, and we hope that you were able to relax and unwind. Now that finals are over, we're about to kick into the holiday break, all that good stuff. Unless you're taking winter semester classes, and by all means, keep at it. Come back to this video and de-stress. Just so that you all know, this will be shared on our YouTube channel, and feel free to look at any other events that we had for the semester. Our last and final event for the semester is tomorrow, to share your mood, kind of how you're feeling after finals is over, now that you're about to have a break, what type of mood that you're feeling. Something that I also want to reiterate for the spring semester is that once we come back into gear, we are going to be having a welcome week for you all to kind of get reacclimated with our Dallas College campus and make sure that you have the resources that you need to be successful in your college journey, as well as know the type of campus resources that we do have. We understand that we are virtual, but at the same time, we still want you all to get this piece of information, because even though we're virtual, we're still here to work for you all. And then following that, from Welcome Week, we're going to begin our Black History Month, so be on the lookout for those events. I know we have some jam-packed, some great speakers coming on, so you want to be sure that you don't miss that out. And then following that, we have Women's History Month. So for Women's History Month, we're just here to celebrate the great strides that women have been having, and in this country and worldwide. And so, of course, in between all of those events, we're going to have a lot of other upcoming events as well. So keep out on the lookout on the Eastfield app, our Instagram pages, our Facebook. Just be sure that you are there. And then, of course, if you want to connect with us, let us know. We are here for you. Give us a follow back, and we will always follow you back on Instagram. And be sure to follow us at EFC Student Life _DC. DC standing for Dallas College. So that concludes our event. Thank you so much to our creative team for making this event successful, and bye.